Nicholas Duke Marmalade was a businessman and entrepreneur with ties to the Detroit Mafia and crime boss Antonio Esposito. Marmalade had gotten his start in the entertainment industry by producing and appearing in adult films. In 1988, he ventured into the music business by starting his own label, Zoom Records. He had already signed established stars such as metal virtuoso Casper Caspian, siren Sophie Love, and popstar Candy Kane. When he learned of Johnny Asteroid, he saw a potential gold mine and went about setting up a meeting with the band.
I was the one who put Duke up for the job because he seemed like a tough kind of mafia type of guy. I thought that would probably be good for us.
Duke Marmalade approached Fletcher first, and then Balthazar and I went to meet him. And I instantly could tell there was something off about the guy.
It's probably my fault. I thought at first he would have been good. Tough guy. So.
I could tell instantly that he was kind of smitten with Balthazar, and he could care less if Fletcher and I were in the picture. I didn't trust him at all. But Fletcher liked him, Balthazar liked him.
I wasn't there for a lot of it. I mean, I did it all, but I wasn't there. I was somebody else then. It was a different person. Somebody else was driving the ship.
Even though Avery Lowe had strong reservations, the band signed a deal with Zoom Records. Marmalade went straight to work promoting the band. Duke and the Zoom Records people went out and did this huge marketing campaign. They got Time magazine to do a story about us.
That was probably the best moment because, you know, we never thought we'd ever do anything like that.
Duke had this huge banner of Balthazar put up in Times Square, and it said Johnny Asteroid coming soon. And I think it was only up for a couple of days because people were uncomfortable with it. And all this before we had even recorded a note of music.
It was just a really great moment, and we thought we'd made it then, but from like that moment, everything went downhill.
Crashing blackness.
I think that Duke knew that I was leery of him, and he just kind of wanted me out of the way.
Me and Balth had a meeting. We got together and we're like, Duke had talked to both of us about maybe trying to split up the songwriting money that would eventually come in.
I wrote those songs.
I was fine with it, and Balth was too, because we figured, you know, we're performing them, so we might as well get a little share of it.
I wasn't trying to be greedy, but I mean, how would you feel if somebody else was getting paid for work you had done?
Duke said we should do that, so we got together with, we went over to Avery's house, and we were very nice about it.
I still can't believe the balls on those guys.
And Avery, he immediately quit the band. That was, I mean, it was probably really stupid, but he immediately quit the band like that. That time we went over there, we were just, and me and Balth were just in complete shock.
I remember Avery Lowe hanging around. I remember him being part of the scene. I don't remember much about him. I wasn't close to him. I wasn't a friend. He was somebody that was around the scene, as I said.
After Avery stopped, we didn't really have any songs, so me and Bal started trying to write, and it didn't really work out because we just were too different. So Avery was kind of the balance in between us two. When that was gone, we couldn't get it together. So.
Realizing that his band was no more, Fletcher Bates also left and was released from his contract with Marmalade and Zoom Records. Balthazar was scheduled to go into the studio on February 3rd, 1990 to begin recording a solo album with Duke Marmalade producing. The troubled singer never showed up, and was neither seen nor heard from again for nearly 10 years.